Personally, there's nothing more heartbreaking than, you know, before my wash day, when I hop into the shower and my hair is this big. I'm feeling good because my hair grew, you know. And then I come out the shower, guys, and my hair is like back to square one. It's this big. And I know it's not just shrinkage, because when I look down, please tell me how 50% of my growth is just lying there. And it's like a ball of hair, like literally falls off. I don't know, it's so heartbreaking. So today we're going to be talking about how to avoid breakage. Welcome to the Naturals Corner. Today we're going to be talking about how to avoid breakage, so you can see your growth, sis. Your hair is not going to remain this big for 5 years. We're no longer doing that, okay? That is cancelled. That is over. We rebuke. From my experience, the biggest causes of breakage is not preparing my hair properly for wash day. So today I'm going to be taking you through 2 steps that I take to prepare my hair. And that's number 1, taking off my protective style properly and also pre-pooing. So let's get to it. So obviously these twists are like crusty and they are like beyond their expiry date. And the first thing I'm gonna do is actually section it out. So literally what I'm gonna do is just like make one section here. I'm gonna work on this section now, and then I'm just gonna clip this one away. Yeah, there we go. And then the number 1 step is to moisturize with water. I don't know why I did this, but okay, ma'am. I'm gonna moisturize with water. What this does is it's basically makes the hair like less dry, because now it's like super dry. And then putting water on it before removing the extensions kind of gives it like slip, so that as you're taking off the braid or the twist, your natural hair doesn't like break off with it. Okay, now that there's some moisture, I'm gonna take some oil, rub it between my hands, and then literally just like coat the twists in them, put some on my edges as well. This just provides extra slip, so that the ends of my hair are not like dry and they don't just like come off easily with the twists. This is basically just like extra moisture onto it. And then now we finally get to actually taking the twists off. So just make sure that your hands are still like lubricated with oil, so there's still some slip as you're taking the twists off. So now let me just put some of this away so that you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, so I twist it like this. Now I'm gonna go opposite, like that. This way I'm not actually touching my natural hair, and that means I'm not like tugging at my tips, and that way they won't fall off. Yeah, so there's literally none of my natural hair is there, and now you can see that the natural hair underneath is moisturized because of the water and the oil. So I'm just going to repeat this process all over my head, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm officially done taking off all those twists, and now that my hair is looking like a knife in Afrikaans, it is time to get to step 2, which is pre-pooing. For those of you who don't know what pre-pooing is, it's basically preparing your hair before you shampoo and condition. And the reason why this step is so important is because when you shampoo your hair and you condition it, it strips your hair of moisture. And sometimes the shampoo can be so harsh that like even conditioning your hair doesn't restore all of its moisture. So by pre-pooing, what you do is put oil, conditioner, or even aloe vera gel into your hair, and you let it sit, and this basically moisturizes it and prepares it for shampoo and conditioning. And this limits breakage, because when your hair is moisturized, your tips are less likely to break off as you're like, washing your hair. So let's get to it. My hair is like very thick and it's very knotted right now. Like I'm to start. I don't know where to start. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, grab my water bottle and then I'm gonna spray my head. And what this does is it makes it easier for me to like separate my hair into different sections, and it limits breakage while I'm separating my hair. So let's do that. Okay, now that my hair is like dripping in water, basically, I'm gonna take my rat tail comb and I'm going to divide my hair. So the easiest way for me to divide it, especially because I have such like a groot kop, is I just go in the middle. This is like the easiest way for me to do it. I go straight down the middle, right to the back of my head. Okay, now that I have a middle parting, I'm just gonna create different sections. So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use 6 sections because I have a lot of hair and it's like thick. So I want small sections that are easy to work with. And this is how I do it. I literally just like go straight in and just separate it into sections that I think I'll be able to handle with ease. And as you can see, it's very easy to separate my hair because it's been sprayed with water. So that is section numero uno. And now we'll do the opposite over here. And then I'm gonna do that for the rest of my head. Okay, so now my hair is all sectioned out, you know. I'm looking less scary. Now we're gonna go in with the pre-poo. So for my pre-poo, I'm going to be using a detangling conditioner, but like I said, you could use an oil like coconut oil, olive oil, you could use aloe vera gel, or you could use just a normal conditioner from your wash and day routine. So the first thing I do is take one of my sections, and if it's dry, I'll go in with more water. Like, water is literally your best friend. And then what I like to do is make sure that the water actually is in my strands. So I'll literally try to like massage it into my strands like so. Okay, now that that section is moisturized, I'm gonna go in with the detangling conditioner, put some on my hands, and then just put it onto the hair. And I want to focus on the tips because the reason why you don't see growth in your hair is because the tips keep breaking off. So that's why it's the most important part. You need to make sure that they're like drenched in the conditioner. Okay, as you can see, they're like coated in the conditioner. So now I'm going to be finger detangling my little section here. And the reason why I finger detangle first is because if I go in with a comb, it's going to pull up my hair because I still have like some hectic knots in here. So finger detangling is just like an easier and like more gentle process. So yeah, I just go through, like gently just separate my hair strands to get rid of any knots that are in there. So I'm gonna do that throughout this whole section. This is what takes the most time because it's the most important part. If you wash your hair and it's all knotty, it's going to fall off and then you're not going to see that growth. So yeah, I'm just detangling by separating my hair strands very, very carefully, like this, like so. Okay, so now that I feel like the bigger knots are out, I'm going to go ahead and use my detangling comb and I'm gonna detangle further. And yeah, you just want to be very gentle with this comb, even though it is quite big. You don't want to be going in super rough. And the way that I do this, let me just clip this section out of the way. Okay, so the way that I do this is I go from my tips to my roots. And the reason why is because if you go from your roots to your tips, it's like you're going super rough and you're breaking off your hair because you're just going like this. So if you take out the knots from the tips and you go to your roots, you'll lose less hair basically. So let me do that. So I just take off, you see I just section off a bit and I start like that. Okay, now I feel like the knots are gone. I'm gonna move up, comb, move up. And if you feel like the comb is getting stuck, move down and comb it out again before moving up. You can also spray on more water to make it go smoother. And yeah, see, now it's just going super smooth, no knots. Okay, then I'm gonna do this for the entire section. Now that I feel like my section is detangled, it's knotless, and it's like super poofy, I'm gonna go ahead and start twisting it up. As you guys can see, I just did like super chunky twists. This is just to let it like sit in my hair. Nothing deep, doesn't have to be cute or anything. So now I'm just gonna repeat that whole process over my whole head and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm finally done. These are the twists. If you look super closely, you can see that they're like super moisturized from the water and the detangling conditioner. So now what I'm going to do is literally just put on a shower cap and then put on my head wrap that I sleep with, and then I'm just going to sleep, and tomorrow is wash day, so I'm going to wash it all off. So I just wanted to summarize, well, that was useless. So I just wanted to summarize everything that I did. The first step was to remove my protective style carefully. This was by spraying water on it and then going over my old twists with oil. This just basically lubricates the fiber so that when you unravel it or take it off, it doesn't break your natural hair. And then my next step was to pre-poo. The first thing I did was spray my whole head with water, and then I divided my hair into sections with a rat tail comb. Then within those sections I sprayed more water, put on my, what's it called, my detangling conditioner, and finger detangled, and then went in and detangled with a comb, and then separated them into these big twists. And yeah, that's how you get your hair nice and moisturized. It's officially the next day. I washed out the pre-poo and went in with my shampoo and conditioner, and ma'am okay, sorry, I went in with my shampoo and conditioner, and then this is my hair just like after washing and conditioning. As you can see, it's like super moisturized, and I haven't even like put anything in like oil or cream or anything. But if you guys want to see how I moisturize my hair, you can check out my video on how to moisturize dry hair, and you can also go to my Instagram page at The Naturals Corner. I'm gonna upload an IGTV of me like physically doing it, so giving you a physical tutorial on how to moisturize your hair, girl. But yeah, just some feedback about the pre-poo. One thing I noticed is that I lost like way less hair when I was actually doing the washing and conditioning. My hair is so much softer than what it usually is after washing and conditioning. And yeah, like it's just more, how can I say, like the texture is different, like it's just softer, and I can already tell it's going to be so much more easier to like manage for the moisturizing phase. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.